to the left, you see the river Loire, and then you see a church and a sequoia tree. This is the church of Épiré. It's a little village. And then if you move to the left, a little more, you see another village there with a church. You can see the pine of the church. Just opposite of us, you see a rose in the middle behind. Do you see the rose of the vines over there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's a castle.
That's a castle.
And the real village of Savagnières is just follow my arm.
Okay.
And you can see because the clocher, I'm not sure what's the tower of the church. It's tiny and it has many angles, and you can see like a white arrow sticking up in the middle of the bottom of the field. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Or you just say yes to please me?
Probably.
Wait.
No, well, you must see it. It's the green rose.
The green rose.
You see the green rose?
Yes.
The vineyard?
Yeah.
And just
in front.
yes, in front of it. This is the village of Savagnières.
就那边嘛，那块绿色的。
就是绿色有一条一条，那个是葡萄园，前面那边就是萨凡尼亚。
萨凡尼。
Are you a maximum zoom?
Yeah.
Well, it's easier to see with the eyes. But anyway, it's just the idea is just to show you the river passes in between here and the other village. Here, the roof, it's the village of Rochefort, and our house is just down straight here in the trees.
Okay.
And we just drove up. And the vineyard of Savagnières starts where you see the church there.
Yes.
And in front of it, it seems to be just next to it, but it's a mile away. It's part of La Coulée de Serran. So where you went, you've been this morning there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And then you have other fields on the left, which is called La Roche-aux-Moines. And then the field with the rose there it's our field, and it's the Clos du Papillon.
Clos du Papillon.
I don't know if you know this.
No.
好像喝过这个园。对，Clos du Papillon.
The butterfly.
Yeah, butterfly.
Because if you stand up, you see there's a road in between, and the field has the shape of a butterfly. That's how
they call it.
Yes. And so, if my arm is the river, you have Angers here, Savagnières here, Rochefort here, we are here on the slope, and you have two fields, and here is another river called Le Léon, L-A-Y-O-N. Voilà. And this river, small, joins the Loire 10 kilometers in the grey sky there.
Okay.
10公里。
And along the Léon are produced sweet wines. The reason why we produce dry white wines on the north bank is because there are 2 degrees Celsius less in Savagnières than over here.
Oh, really?
Over here.
2 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
Well, it's quite large.
On average temperature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's very large.
Yeah.
And so the maturity, you see the river here, it's tiny, it's very low. But you see the green fields here, and the racing track for horses. All this can be covered of water once or twice a year, and it really acts like a wall in the it's like you have vineyards around lakes in Switzerland or Germany or along the Rhine, and I'm sure in other countries in the world you have protected areas
Uh-huh.
due to landscape and
Yeah.
wind protection and so on. So here it's the same, and so this is why we live on this side of the river, because it's warmer, and here we are at the northern limit of vine culture in France. Vines can grow further north, but they don't give good grapes, and they don't when they give grapes. So and you see beyond these fields there are only forests.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. And so I propose that now this is where we are, and we are going to drive to go to the other side to see the Léon part.
Yes.
And we will go in the Quart de Chaume.
Okay.
You've heard of this?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I know
So-
what grape it is.
Yes. The one yes, please.
So you already harvest?
Yes. Here it's the beginning of Noble Rod.
Can I eat it?
Yes, of course.
Really?
Even in Nabora, huh?
You know, you bite it and you spit the water, the skin, and the seeds. All you want to taste and to remember is the flesh.
Okay.
Because to make the wine, we don't use the skins nor the nor the seeds. So try the good-looking ones and the not so good-looking ones.
Okay.
What
do you refer not so looking ones?
Like this.
Well, it depends of your taste, but this is just matured, and this is more advanced stage. You have the mushroom growing on the grape.
But can you eat it even with the mushroom?
Oh yes, you can.
Really?
Of course. It's just, you see here, it's just beginning to. Pick the ones you want.
Okay.
You and it's like penicillin. You know, you won't get us sick if you eat this.
Okay. Really?
And try one which is shrinking. You'll see. I'll show you pictures at home. In fact, so these, to me, they don't taste good as good as they were last week.
Okay.
Because we had some rain, and all the grapes have. So you have a dilution thing that happens. That's why I picked most of my fields before, because this will be good if we have this weather like today.
It's perfect.
For a week, it's perfect. It's going to dry, and but you see, it's going to be raining this afternoon or
Okay.
tonight. I hope tomorrow only, but they all said it's going to be today. So
Okay.
yes, try these. They're very raisiny. They're too dry. Well,
好好吃哦。
So will you still harvesting these grapes or just leaving on the tree?
so we will leave them now and wait until perhaps it is better. But if the weather is bad, they're going to rot only,
Okay.
and it won't be good.
So
And so here they're not matured enough.
Okay.
They're in between, and so it's a tricky period.
okay. So if it keeps raining, then this vintage is finished.
Yes.
Then if it is change to sunny days, then you can harvest again.
Yes.
这个应该，
Okay.
这个应该已经没有。
So you usually harvest your vineyard many times.
We go up to 6 times.
6 times.
So here, if it was today, there's nothing really to be picked, but I could say, you see, like on this grape,
Mm-hmm.
I would take this part and not this one, because this one has more green.
Still green.
If you cut it here, okay, you can take that.
Yeah.
But if you try one of these, you will see they taste different. And aromatically, they have more acidity.
Yeah,
a little bit green flavor.
Yes.
Acidity is so harsh.
Well, let me have you try another one. Oh. You see, what we do is we take part the grape is the body, and you have two arms. Not always, but often. So here, you see we can cut here, or this is just a single one, but here it has one here and one here. And you see, as soon as we touch, look on the floor. All the good ones they fall. So it's a problem. So we have to put our boxes below. And if you want to try a green one, try here.
这一块田啊还没采，他想要再等1个礼拜啊。如果好天气就可以采。对啊，如果坏天气。
Beer with this much of deposits, and when it's in here.
这好绿哦。
I love this accent.
Yeah, so what we need to make a wine, it's a balance with some of these, and that's just experience and time and bet also, because but it's incredible. These grapes were good looking last week, very good looking, and the weather has been very humid last. You were in Orléans, so I don't know if the weather was different, but here it was very
windy.
It's been and you see all the grass. 3 weeks ago it was dry, like here. Everything was like that, and it all.
哇！再下一阵雨就全部长出来。
Fantastic.
Okay, let me take you to the other part.
Blend different part of base wine with different acidity and maturity. Right?
Yes.
不会，他们也都直接吃的。
不会，你其实
I will show you with a picture what I do.
做类似。
We will taste, and I'll show you the grapes that were made to do the one or the other.
What's the product of this vineyard? Just Coteau du Léon or
Coteau du Léon.
Coteau du Léon.
Yes. You see the different colors.
啊，这都还没采。对，还要看天气。
对。哇，那如果天气不好，产量就少很多了。